Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcast and content creators.
Check out the one and only Miss Lauren every Tuesday at 7 on Detroit City News. That's right. I'm telling you, we up and coming. Now's the time to join, get with us, get with our network. We're ready to help businesses grow, give you exposure. We're ready. Check us out, DetroitCityDeals.com.
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
God show me His power, His power, His power, His power. God show me His power, His power, His power, His power. God show me His power, His power, His power, His power. God show me His power, His power, His power, His power. God show me. Before you did it again.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. I gotta keep the hand clap going for that song, man. That's my song right there. Yeah. My shout out to my boy Larry Williams, Mr. 334. You know, he wrote that song, and I had to take it, man, because I felt like, man, he wrote that just for me. Like I told him, God had you write that song for us. You know what I'm saying? So we most definitely appreciate that, man. It's a beautiful song. The whole song. I mean, we're gonna add. It's not done, but we're gonna add some stuff. But it's a beautiful song. The message is beautiful, and like I said, it speaks to me because, yeah, God showed me, man. God showed me for real. And like I said on my on a Facebook post the other day, you know, I was 99.9% atheist. You know what I'm saying? So He showed me His power, and man, I could not deny it. So. Man, shout out to just God, man, just for being so merciful, you know what I'm saying? Because he came and got me, and man, I'm just grateful, you know. So that's my song. That's my theme song for the rest of my life.
It fits though.
Yeah, and
it's a nice song.
Yes, and all I am is really, you know, I was wondering where I fit in this plan and everything, you know what I'm saying, when He first gave it to me, and I was really trying to pass it to somebody, you know. I was trying to pass it off because I didn't know. I just knew it was a great plan and somebody had to execute it. But yeah, he was like, "Dawg, this is you," and that's what somebody else told me. So
absolutely,
I'm just a vessel and a testament to His power, you know. So just grateful to be here, man. So hey, we here, man, and we ready to take some action. So welcome to the Detroit Equals Family Call to Action podcast. I am Mark Leonard Pratt, the founder of Detroit Equals Family and the facilitator of the 205 Kids Initiative. And I say facilitator because I move at the direction of our higher power. Therefore, God is our CEO. Real life. So,
all right.
For the show. So, y'all know who I got with me. Y'all go ahead and talk. Go ahead, Marshawn.
Yeah,
Tell
it's
people
me.
who's
Marshawn Wesley. I'm in the building today, and I'm also one of the board members of Detroit Equals Family, and I'm excited to to be an asset to add on to everything that God gave to Mark. And I'm glad that again he came and that we crossed paths, and that now here we are, we speaking about it, we getting in motion, and hey, and it's a bunch of, we have a great team, a bunch of people who are ready, who are, I mean, like literally ready for war. So, again, I'm just grateful to be here, and we just trying to, get it kicked off.
We don't try. Don't say we try. We don't try over here. We do.
What we got going on right now, and what's about to happen, and what is gonna unfold right before y'all eyes. So, yes. Again, glad to be here.
Yeah, most definitely. And our newest member of the family, she came and she ain't leaving.
Right. Yes, I love it here. I love it here.
She's an asset that, God just putting people, putting me in their path, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm just blessed, man, just to have amazing people like September, Marshawn. Rodney isn't out here, but yeah. But go ahead, September.
Okay, so I am September, and I am creative. I actually, met Mark on I wouldn't even call it a humble. It was divine order, here speaking on some creative works, and found out what he had going on, and it all fell into alignment. So, I saw the plan, I read it, I saw the vision, and I fell in love with it, and I said, yeah, let's go. Yeah. You got a team member for life here.
For sure. I appreciate y'all, And just like y'all were attracted to this, that's what we're about to do now. This is a call to action. So
absolutely.
We want people just like us, you know what I'm saying? We got a great team, other people, other board members, but we are missing a couple pieces, and we're missing the legal. We need a business attorney, basically, just to really get our see how we can really do this without any any problems, any glitches or everything. Oh, well, we got that. So we got that. I'm tripping.
Everything you need is right here.
It is. So we getting it together, and we just want the people to know, want people to come on and join this movement, because it's about to happen. And in a couple of weeks, we will have our 501c3 status and everything. So once we do that, then we're gonna go, and it's just everything is gonna happen once we do that. You know what I'm saying? So And before we go into what we're going to talk about today, I just wanted to go ahead and show y'all just a part of our mission and the area we're going to start in, because this is a scalable. It will scale. It will scale beyond anything we could ever imagine, and we're going to start over here in the 48205, the 48220 Live, some of them call it. Shout out to my boy Q Lewis over there holding it down. But yeah, we're going to start here, and up here you can see just this is probably like 4 years old maybe. So these numbers might not be accurate, but just gives you a sense of what's there and what we're aiming to do. As you can see, the median population, the median age over there is 28 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of young people over there, And it was something else that really was amazing. It's 10 to 12,000 kids over there under the age of 16. Yeah. So that's telling us a lot of kids, a lot of babies over there. You know what I'm saying? So this is where we're going, this is where we're going to start, man. And we going over here, and we're going to take care of these kids. We're going to introduce them to the world of business as a way to evoke real change in our community. So that's what this is all about. And that's our first target area. Like I said, we're going to start there, and it's just going to spread. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're going to, I want to share something else with y'all.
It is. And just before you get into the next part, just because you see we have listed the gas stations, the liquor stores,
okay, let me go back to
the beauty supplies. These stores, when you look around, first of all, which we discussed in the previous weeks, but just imagine, first of all, and I know there's a lot of people who think about, there's a joke going around, if I would have known what I know now, I would have started saving in kindergarten, or back when, I was listening to this back in 1998 instead of saving, for a house. Mm-hmm. And just like when we become adults and we think about just those little things, we make those little jokes. It just really, imagine, for the people who are not familiar with Detroit Equals Family, just imagine, because the average gas station generates between $2 to $10 million annually. So just imagine that one business or that one neighborhood was able to take that 2 to 10 million annually, and it actually goes back into that neighborhood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When people, and we know most of the numbers and the people who own businesses and these local beauty supplies gas stations are not people that live within that community. We know this already. So,
And they don't look like us.
they don't look like us. They don't live where we live. They don't spend their money with us. So with that being said, they literally, it's a vacuum. They take all of the money, the spending, the spending money that we have in these communities. And these are necessities too. We're not talking about clothes or anything. We're talking about, even though we still be buying that stuff, we talking about gas stations, the one that's near your house, like
the everyday businesses.
The everyday businesses.
Spend money with every day, yeah.
And yes, and we already discussed that our dollar goes out the door within a few hours, while in other communities it takes weeks or months. So with that being said, and it's because it's literally placed in our community. We don't have options, the open options that a lot of other people have when they go to their communities. And we would have to make a lot of sacrifice or go out of our way to do so in a lot of cases. So with that being said, just imagine one of those gas stations, just one of those businesses, again, that revenue, those funds were able to go back into the community, and how much it would change. So what we're trying to do here is we're
Not trying.
Catch me, check me. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
and I'm working on getting that out of my vocabulary. Mm-hmm. I am getting that out my vocabulary.
In the process.
And yes. So, but yes, that's what we're here to do. We're taking stake. Okay, we're taking back the stake in our community. So, just looking at those numbers, I just want everybody to keep in mind that we're taking it back.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's what they're doing. Mm-hmm.
And we're going to use that money to build futures for our children.
To bounce off of that, if you can put that back up there.
Okay, yeah.
To look at the numbers of our babies in that community, none of this, what can they do with 13 beauty supply stores and 10 liquor stores? Gas stations are a necessity. 4 grocery stores, really, that's a food desert when you look at it, really. So we definitely need to put more youth-centered
yes.
Entities or environments or whatever it is in that space. We don't need 13 beauty supplies.
Exactly.
And again, none of them are owned by us.
Exactly.
We definitely don't need 10 liquor stores.
10 liquor stores, yeah.
That is one of the main detriments of our community is the liquor store. You have one and a liquor store in the church on every corner, and it's like, what is that really doing for the people in a community?
It's terrible, because I was just driving down 7 Mile from the stretch from Evergreen to Green, like just down to the lodge. Like I was just like, it's literally like, it was like 6 liquor stores. Like they not even, they're not even a mile apart. Like they across the street and next door to each other. Like there's like 3 that's in walking distance from my house. Like that's insane.
So that tells you how much money we got in the hood.
Yeah.
How much money is there. You know what I'm saying?
And they've been there and they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. And it's time that we use that money, to just change the way, just change Black life starting
Absolutely.
here. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We gotta change.
But we
this.
have to let them know that there are other options.
Yes.
If that's all they see,
yes.
and nobody else is showing them, like, hey, no, don't go to the liquor store, don't go to the beauty supply, especially if it's not owned by you.
Yep.
Spend that dollar somewhere else. And that also comes with the financial literacy aspect of it. you know, in the community economics and all of that. You know, we have to educate our people. Yes, it starts with the babies, but we have a lot of grown folks,
Yeah.
you know, who are influenced by the previous generations and you know, all of
And
the,
some are influenced by the youth that's on social
Yeah.
media and kids and because that was another conversation, and that's a whole nother conversation, so I'm not even gonna go there. But there are people who are just basically not standing firm, that don't have anything to stand firm in, and so they can wither, you know, either way. If, you know, if this is what the masses believe and think that's okay, or they normalize, then this person is going to agree with those same things. And a lot of people do learn and take things from social media, whether it's the positive or the negative. So we just gotta do better, you know. We gotta get some more positive going on, because there's people who are gonna follow whatever. There is someone who, like we talked about the last episode, that soon as someone else takes action, a lot of people will also
ripple
follow.
effect,
It
yes.
goes, yes, that can go either way. So, yeah, we have a job to do, and there's a lot of older people who are willing to still that are willing to learn and hear from you and actually, you know, put and not be stubborn and stuck in their ways. So, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. And it's like a lot of us are scared to ask for the help, to go seek
True.
the help, you know, and that's the purpose of us, you know, taking one of these school buildings, starting over here one at a time, and, you know, bringing it to them, you know,
Yes.
and they'll be more willing. They're right across the street. Somebody right across the street got a 450 credit score or something. They're going to walk across the street, you know what I'm saying? They'll be willing to walk
Yeah.
across the street to try to, you know, better their lives, to better their
At
lives.
least see what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we have to open their minds and just do a complete, just reprogramming.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna start
mental overhaul.
Yeah, most definitely. That is the plan, and that's what we are going to do. And I do want to share this right quick, y'all. Just you know, I'm all about. I learned about storytelling. How just life is, you know, is a story, and you know how people love stories and everything. And somebody told me this when I first went on Clubhouse. You know, the guy Manny Fernandez. He told me, your story is the ideal is amazing, but your story makes it even more amazing. You
It
know
does.
what I'm saying? So yeah, I started to understand that, and you know, God told me beforehand, you know, that it was going to happen.
Right.
This is going to happen. Manny Fernandez and a couple other people, you know, kind of verified that, you know, it was already verified by God, but, you know, they backed it up a little bit, you know, these, you know,
A little
successful
confirmation.
people. Yeah, most definitely. But then, you know, a little while ago, I put it into ChatGPT, you know what I'm saying, just to see what it thought, you know. And, you know, ChatGPT, yeah, it's real, you know what I'm saying? It's all facts, you know. So I put it in there and I asked them, I told them my background and everything, you know, I've been to prison, this and that, or whatever, you know, this and that. And I put it in there and it came up, you know, I'm just going to show you a couple of slides, a couple of things it said. And this was the first one about your story. That's the first thing it said. Your story is a funding magnet. People don't invest in ideas, they invest in leaders. And I'm trying to, you know, I am accepting my role slowly as a leader. You know,
No
I'm
more imposter syndrome.
No more, exactly. That's what I was suffering from that. Exactly. You know, it talks about, you know, the childhood I survived, everything, man, what I did, and it just verified everything that I was saying. And then I asked it about, you know, because our fundraiser, our crowdfunding, you know, we got it's not a big goal. The money is the easy part, you know, of all this. The money is the easy part. So our goal is $30 million. And like I said, that's going to be easy because, you know, we might get that from one person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I asked ChatGPT and it told me, it was like, you know, about our goal. You know what I'm saying? So I said, yes, you can raise this. And he believes we will. And I know we will. God told us we will. But, you know, just seeing it on paper and, you know, I'm just saying, you know, yeah. And, you know, ChatGPT is all about logic. Use logic and facts, you know. So, yeah, I was just even, you know, more motivated, even though I was already, you know, God already motivated me. Just seeing it on paper like
Just
that.
needed a little extra push.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
No, because listen, me and Chad have some nice conversations, okay?
Yeah, I love ChatGPT. You know, it's very logical. So yeah,
And people do connect more with your story than like they don't care about you.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
they don't care about you, what you got.
Or yeah, with your idea.
People are emotional, especially when it comes to spending. So if they can connect with your story, if they can relate, then you are in a better position, you know, to get them to pull in with you, you know, financially, or whether it's telling a friend who they may not have $2, you know, but they may know somebody who is interested or able to help, or who knows somebody else, and it could, and like Chat said, it's bigger than Detroit. Like
Yeah,
this
most
is,
definitely. This is
you know, everybody loves the youth.
yeah, most definitely, and we're everywhere, and hoods are everywhere, and wherever, you know, we are the underserved, yeah, that's where we're going. So
Absolutely.
if we don't own them businesses in the community, we're gonna start with the everyday businesses, but this is just going to go into something else. You know, it's going to go into, you know, owning skyscrapers and you know,
Absolutely.
things of that. You know, it's going to, yeah, it's going to grow. That's what it's meant to do. So
Yeah.
most definitely.
And we have to show the babies that it's possible.
Most definitely.
Taking a
That's what it's
stake.
about. That's what this is all about. Because if we show them something different, I mean, the world's just gonna change.
Absolutely.
It's gonna change when we show them something different, because we are. It's gonna change. Keep our boys out of prison.
Please.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Got to keep the boys at home, and that's what this is all about. Yeah, because we have some. I can't wait to get this started, because we have some great things we are going to do for not just the kids, but you know, for the teenagers, you know, the YNs, I guess you could say, you know. We're going to give them some alternatives. Yeah, well, we're going to start calling them YMs, young men. We're going to drop the N. Okay, but yeah, we got some things, and I just can't wait to really get that started, because it's just going to just breathe so much hope into our community when we do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got some great things, and and it's just not about the story. It's not about our story. It's about the people, you know, who are going to make this happen. People like Marshawn, people like September, people like Rodney, people, you know, just, man, it's y'all, you know. I'm just the what you call that? Not the best. It was another word I just heard. I liked it better, but yeah, I'm just here, and these are the people who are going to make it happen. You know? Yeah. These are the people. So I'm just grateful, man, just to be involved. You know, it's still hard to believe. So yeah, that's what this is all about. It's about ownership in the hood, man. It's about ownership in the hood, because right now we have none. We own. They let us get the car washes and the funeral,
right. It's like 10%. It's like 10. We own 10%, like around a little less than 10% of the businesses, the business revenue in the city of Detroit. So that means that the other 90% is whites, other races, the Middle Easterns, the Asians. So. And the thing is that people have to understand that this ownership is not about, again, first of all, especially with Detroit Eagles family, it's not just about one person having or owning a business, but it's about who those people are and what they are giving back. So where they live, who are they paying property taxes to? What schools are they funding? So here it is. If the city of Detroit we're giving out millions of dollars to people who are living and serving other communities, that is money that is coming out of our schools, out of our homes, out of our pockets. So saying this to say, we have to know it is important. It's not about being prejudiced, being racist. It is literally about knowing who you are feeding. Whose children are you feeding right now? Whose communities are you building? Because if our schools are steady closing and people's properties values are not increasing, or they're not getting the equity that they should, because now the value of this neighborhood, it just continues to go down because people are leaving, because the schools are closed. It's just a continued cycle. Yeah. But if we don't, the money that we spend every day, if we're not going to a gas station, somebody who lives in the city of Detroit, somebody who's funding our city, then we have a problem. So the more businesses, first of all, that stay here, like that does bring in more tax revenue. So there's people like their money they have to pay property, taxes on their properties, but this is like nothing compared to what they're taking back to theirs.
Absolutely.
So our schools, everything, the people who live here should be the ones that are receiving the money that we spend. Like it's that simple. So we want more than just, it's not just about either one family either that's just, taking in, because a lot of times we do have black business owners, and that doesn't mean that 10%, who's to say that person lives in the city of Detroit that is providing for it. So again, we have to intentionally build businesses that go back into the community that it serves. Yep. So whether it's us or not, because again, like it can be us, but that business owner might have a house in West Bloomfield, and they kids go out there and they don't even spend $1 in the city of Detroit. So
yes.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not about them or the business owner. It's not about them. This is about us.
We're
doing this for the love of us, not the hate of them.
Yes, exactly.
So that's what this is all about. It's nothing. It's just something we should have did a long time ago, and it got kind of out of hand, and it's completely out of hand right now.
And it gets out of hand a lot of times because when we bring it up, just like we do anything, when we try to fight for any kind of social justice, economic justice, it looks like an attack on the other groups, and it's not that. So when we state the fact that all of these, we are feeding, or all of these Koreans own these beauty supplies, and we are giving them our money, and they don't even treat us, how we should be treated, then that's not us being, that's not us just causing issues or just being racist toward them. No, this is us having to stand up for ourselves, because if we don't, who will? If we don't say, okay, talk to amongst ourselves and say we have to take back our communities, who will? But the thing is, that is so we are looked at as villains when we do that. But and there's even other black people who get uncomfortable when you bring these things up as well. When you talk about it, and it's like it's reality.
Yeah, and people are stuck, this is the norm for them, so people are afraid of, because when I first got out here and was talking to people, I talked to, he was the city manager for District 3. I forgot his name, but he was the city manager, and I called him, and I went over there, and we was talking and everything, and I was telling him what the plan was, but he was like, what's going to happen to the businesses, and you know what I'm saying, I'm like, I'm telling you what we're about to do.
Yeah.
But so that kind of disruption was a little bit too much for him. He's an older guy. He was out in the 70s. Yeah. I forgot his name, but he was like, you can't do that. We are going to do that.
But a lot of it is political. Everybody has their hands in somebody's pocket. And Dr. Claude Anderson, I don't know if you guys follow him, but
we brought him up on episode 1.
That's what this is all about.
He talked about this before. Like, there's a Chinatown, there's a Mexican town. But when you try to, or when you make any attempt to make a black town or African American town or whatever you want to, there's always pushback. And
separatists,
mainly from us, which is crazy. There's this fear, there's this stigma, and it's like, what is the problem? But I understand where it comes from. And some people may have something to say about this, but the reality is integration was honestly the worst thing that happened to black, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, we agree.
Like, when they opened that door, black folks couldn't wait to go spend and engage with people who don't like you.
Yeah.
Like, we had everything. We had the banks, we had the schools, the grocery store, everything. And they opened those doors and allowed us to, commune and spend and all of that. And the other folks couldn't wait to get our dollars.
They couldn't wait. And the fact that the problem is that we thought it was about just just being equal, equality, and wanted to be treated fairly and equally, but that does not mean that we have to exist in the same room. Exactly. So for me, it's about again, the equity, making sure that, okay, if we have and this is the problem when we still face this today, because even with the first comment that you made, we talked about this on Culture University, that we have, when you've been told just so much not to appreciate your culture and who you are, we can't even see it. So when if I don't appreciate it, then no one else will.
Right.
So just even our culture, period, what we like, even having a black town, the fact that you said it would be us that would give the backlash, it's the same thing. It's like we don't look at our culture as something that is beautiful, or something that is ours, or something that is unique. And when you've been taught that it's ghetto, that is second, second class or whatever, then you're gonna believe that. And I always use the example of how we make fun of the name, like Shaniquas and Mikas and all of those. And when you think about it, other cultures, if we're confident and say, hey, this is what we created, like this is our names, we stopped naming our kids European-based names, and we started coming up with whatever we decided. And now they've told us through media so much that it's ghetto. Now we have shied away from trying to, and some of us we still do, but a lot of times we shy away from it because, they told us that it was ghetto. They told us that it was unacceptable. But if you think about it, if we go to a foreign island and this person say, my name is Jigaboo, like we're going to, it's like that's your culture. And it's like if we received it and if we embraced it, they would do the same thing. They would be like, oh, okay, Shaniqua. Like, okay, that's so your name. That's so pretty. But because we allow the stigma to continue instead of being pride, no, state your name and say your name and correct them every time that they say it wrong. Exactly. And so it falls in line with the same thing of just appreciating our own. We don't need we don't have to be the same. Just we can live in the same, we live in this country, but I can have my space just like every other culture. They have their own community. These Jews over here in Oak Park, don't even try to walk up in their stuff. Like, they got their own communities, their own places, like
controlling.
And it's totally fine. So again, it starts with us, like you said. No one will respect or appreciate your culture, your community until you do. So even just them, like the people that have these businesses and these gas stations and stuff here, they don't have any respect for the community. Like they're not willing to feed. Just like Mark said, he went to multiple businesses and asked for a donation for that very community that they're working in, and the answer was a no.
Got like $10, $5 or $10, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have to be
intentional. I had my grandkids with me.
Yeah.
I had the 205 Kids T-shirts on and everything. And we was like, we trying to throw it a little bit at the park, for the kids. And got like $10. So. Yeah, that
nothing
really
about the community. Nothing.
Yeah, most definitely.
Not a thing.
They'll kill you before they put a couple dollars in your hand.
Yeah.
And that's why that's another reason this is going to happen, because we have to be more self-reliant as a people. We can't expect them to want to help us,
Yes.
We can't expect that. So that's what this is all about. And like you said, Claude Anderson, that's what this is all about, group economics.
Yeah.
To start practicing it, making it, like I said, always say, weave that into the fabric of our culture, man, group economics.
Absolutely.
And we are going to be the example, because with these 10,000 kids, that's the perfect example of group economics. Absolutely. Right there with these kids. So we're going to go ahead and introduce them to the world of business, man, and put them in the game, put them on. And I was thinking about this, back, in my hair cracker days in my old life. And, I used to love, everybody knew me for, I used to love putting people on, giving people opportunities, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I love this, because that's exactly what we're about to do. We're about to put these kids on. And
full circle, but in a positive way.
Most definitely. So, that's what I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
Put them in the game, man. So, that's what we're about to do. And real quick, I just want to go, just for people who don't know, just some of the things we will provide. Oh, and I missed some things on here. This is some of the things. We are Detroit Equals Family, financial resource and information. And this is some of the information we will be providing. Free things. It's a couple things I forgot to put on here because we are going to have, they call IDAs, individual development accounts, basically 401ks for the underserved. Where we're going to bring companies in to help sponsor this, for a match program. Okay. For the people that, they basically have to do the financial literacy, have finish that course. That's how they gonna qualify for it. Everybody gonna have something to do with financial literacy to get some of the things that we are going to do. And like I said, we're gonna have the curriculum for the kids, K through 12, free credit repair, stuff like that. Everything will be free. And like I said, it's a lot of things. Anything got to do with wealth building, we are going to provide that information and have people on deck to give that information to y'all. And like I said, everything will be free. And I know so many people could use that free credit repair because people are out here taxing for that. And but people still aren't. People don't have money to even try to get their credit repaired. So that's just a deterrent right there. People taking that first step. So that's
credit is a game. It
is.
For one, it was never designed for us. So once we said, oh, I can get this and pay for it later. All right, took it and ran with it, and it was never designed for us. Right. And when no one teaches you how to use it properly, you just go ball. You look at it as free money.
Right. Yeah. And so that was some of the information we provide. And here go to some of the resources. These are some of the resources we will be providing. We'll have different funds for different things. One of them will probably be more than the $50,000, like $50,000, but it's a legal fund for residents, for people with minor offenses, like a lot of guys out here got tickets and, things that stop them from getting a license. Therefore, they can't, get a dependable transportation to work and things like that. So, things like that impedes black men like crazy, man, because I went through that, just getting a ticket and never taking care of it, and just building up and building, and then it's stopping us from going to get a job because you got a warrant now and this and that or whatever. So that's one of the main things we're gonna have that, and then $100,000 probably be a little more, but it's a transportation fund for people who don't, people who are gainfully employed, who can't afford a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to do something. We're going to do that. And then like the mortgage fund, rent fund, people have, problems paying their rent. As long as it's something, you ain't out here smoking crack or, doing something crazy.
Trying to be responsible.
You're going to be able to come to us and this is Detroit Equals Family. So we're going to treat people like family. We are family. So, we want to make sure, people, take care of their business and, there will be prerequisites and stuff like that, but we are going to be here to help. $100,000 community fund to be dispersed. That's going to be more because that's something else we want to do. We want to be the place where, because there's so many nonprofits out here that can't get the funding that they need, and they are doing great work. So we want to be the bank basically where here we got y'all. We got to be more self-reliant, So that's something we want to do. And then, that is the individual development. I put that up there. Okay, the individual development accounts. That's something else that would be really great. People be able to save up to like $7,000 or something like that, for a down payment or, maybe a car or something like that. So, those will be some of the resources we will be providing. So, we got some great plans, man. And, hey, we ready to make it happen. And it's going to be, when word really gets out, well, you already know you said it yourself one time. Like when it get out here, it's gonna happen fast. People are gonna be, all the right people are gonna be coming here, man. They're gonna be coming, and it's gonna start here in Detroit, rightfully so. Because we are the innovators. You know what I'm saying? We the home of the automobiles and Motown, and so it's only right that basically this is the starting of the fight against poverty. That's what this is. We starting right here.
And you think about it, this is like the real one of the real black meccas, and where a lot of just just thinking about the people who were here, because I'm working at the Detroit the Detroit Underground Railroad Society. So just the people, this is a place that people ran to for safety, and people who had courageous people who had stations set up getting people across the water, and like you said, innovators, just of Black culture, period, of Black progression. We are a symbol for all of those things. The unions, the Black unions were started again here with the I can't get it out, automotive industry. I wanted to say car and automotive at the same time, but yeah, just Black innovation, period, Black progression, Black advancement. This is the place to be. This is where you start. This is the home, the foundation. So
yeah, and after I got out of prison, because I was living out of town, out of state when I did go to prison, I was not intending on coming back to Detroit, but it was just like something told me that come on home, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. It was for a reason. And the same thing happened to two other board members right now. They're about to move back here because there's something that's calling them here. And I'm like, it's Detroit Eagles family. That's what's calling you here. So. It's
so funny because I had this conversation about how first of all, how I was supposed to leave when my uncle, my mom's brother, he moved to Atlanta back in like 2010. And I remember there was a period, like had been down there searching, found places and everything and we were supposed to leave before I went to high school. And that it did not happen. And I thought about the fact of what I received and, who I became in high school and who I met and just my path in general and how much different that would be. Even the fact that I thought I was going to leave for college. And then I got interrupted because I got pregnant. And my best friend left. She went to K-State, and I stayed here, but I went to Wayne State. And again, it was meant for me to stay in Detroit. There were so many things that was, trying to keep me. Even right now, I wanted to just bust up for just honestly. I swear, I wanted to just get away for like a year or two. Just kind of just to like focus, just get away. I always knew that I would never actually be able to fully move from Detroit because I have work to do here. Like this is my station. So even if I was to have like a dual residency, I would always have like, this is where my life would be. Mm-hmm. And I am totally fine with that. I feel like I do want a space though to like, just get away for a minute. And I will say I had like a conversation with God. So it was like, look, like, I'm asking for this a lot of responsibility. When you ask, when you're chosen and when you ask God for certain things and to do things, you have a lot of responsibility. And I was just like, Lord, do I even want to fight for these niggas? Like, do I want to? That's exactly how it was. It just is just, that other side of the shoulder talking. Yeah. Like, do I actually? It is heavy. I'm like, I think I want to just live like a slow life. Just go get up, come home and feed water my garden and cook and go sleep. But I'm like, what I'm asking for, I found nothing like that. But I also, as a kid, I always said I wanted to be busy. Like I knew I would have like a dual residency. I never wanted to just have like a stable schedule. I wanted to be here. I got a meeting here and then I got to go here. And then I always just felt like I would have a lot. I think I always just knew that I would have a lot on my plate, but I wanted, like I want to do it. I want to execute.
Most definitely.
That's good. That's
good.
Yeah.
It's we still got like 15 minutes. But y'all just ownership, man, and just how this idea just, it just came just so fast as far as, because like I told you, I didn't know what this was going to be, you know what I'm saying? And it just, for it to just morph into this, I'm still like, man, this is really, really dope.
But they say if you see the end of the line, you'll be too scared to. What's the saying? How does saying go?
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it either though.
So I'm just really, I believe it, but it's like kind of unbelievable, unbelieving. I want to say, just the process and just this whole idea. because God showed it to me.
Yeah.
He showed me the results, and it's really wild. I'm gonna tell my story one day. I touched on it a little bit, as far as how I started believing and everything. But yeah, I want to tell my story because I'm believing.
You're going to have to, because people are going to want to know how all of this manifested and what was the beginning of it, and where it came from, where's the roots.
Yeah.
And the why, and so you are going to have to tell your story. So get it together now.
I got it together. I mean, really, the 205 Kid thing really just came about because of some rotten lettuce that I got from one of the grocery stores in Detroit, and some rotten lettuce and high asparagus.
Wow.
That's how. After I saw that, I was like, man, I was so mad. I was like, this is crazy. We got to do something. Yeah. And I went home, posted something on Facebook about we got to do something about, owning, our community, because, they were just treating us and selling us all kind of garbage, and it pissed me off so bad. And I guess God was like, here.
Take it, calm down.
That's how it came about. Going to the store for my mom in the city for some asparagus and then spinach, rather. It was spinach. So that's how 205 Kids came about. Yeah.
And for me, it was a similar experience. It was, because I've always lived in the city. Like I grew up in the city. My mom all over the West Side, and then eventually branched out. My mom first lived in Redford, then she moved to Canton. But again, my dad would always be here, so I was all over the place. My siblings lived in Southfield, so I was one of those people that was everywhere. And I went to Inkster High, so he lived in Canton. My dad ended up moving to Canton on Ford Road. And just the difference, first of all, everything is right there. Everything is right there. And just the restaurants, just in walking distance, there's a Fresh Time, there's a Aldi, there's a the Myers right there, there's the Kroger right down there. Everything.
And it's all clean.
Yes, and it's all clean. There's a Holiday Market, there's a Busch's Garden. everything is right over there. And it just pissed me off because even when I moved back to the city, I'm it's a little Save-On, little, market. But it just, and I gotta travel far to go get fresh produce or, things like that. And when I say that pisses me off so bad because I'm trying to eat healthy. Even when there's days that I might be working all day and, I braid, so I might leave the shop at 8, 9 o'clock, everything's closed. And we still got to figure out what we about to eat. I forgot to take the ground beef out the out the freezer. So even just the last minute trying to figure out something to eat is the options. And when I'll go out and see the Wendy's and the line wrapped around, and this is makes my stomach. I'll be so disgusted. My people, this is it's nothing over here. Yeah. But in this a Captain J's and in Manhattan, it's 3 fish and chickens right between Greenfield and the Lodge.
Yeah.
And that's not even a mile away. So that shit stuff like that pisses me off.
For sure.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, and as far as the supermarkets, dang, I had a thought. I lost it that quick, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, you all right? The markets, everything, the access is.
I normally go to Kroger or Sam's Club or something, but even those, I think Myers is probably the only one who is making an attempt to be in the city.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
All of the other major chains, they refuse to come within the city limits.
I mean, I understand why. I mean, because we be in there stealing. Motherfuckers be in there stealing, and the insurance on it, is even higher. And that's the thing, man. When we open up a supermarket, the community, these kids are, are the owners, you know what I'm saying? We are going to look out. Somebody see somebody you stealing from the kids, you stealing from hamburger, you stealing for the kids, So with this, people will take pride in these stores, our stores and everything, and just, you know, we're gonna keep them clean, and people they won't be stealing.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the thing. That's why these the stores aren't in the city, because we be in it's hard. So people be in there stealing, and you know what I'm saying. So
and it's about that buy-in, like just having, when you know this is yours, and just even when you like think about how much Black people will steal from these places, and it's because there's no sense of ownership. There's no sense of this isn't mine. Right. This is something, even just value, and just even down to littering on the ground, just having more pride in, oh, this is mine. Like y'all, you know, we'd be quicker to claim a block, but we won't treat it, our neighborhoods and communities like it's ours. So even with that being said, just that just bringing more accountability to the communities. Like, hey, this is I ain't gonna call the police on you today, but we might call the new era Detroit up here to come out here and exactly because you stealing from. But again, if it's a known fact that this market is for the kids and the people in this community, because 9 times out of 10 the people that would be stealing would be the people that actually live around this area. Exactly. So again, if they know this, then they're gonna treat it better. And if they know we showing love to the community, and we giving away, instead of throwing away the stuff, we gonna give it to the homeless, or we gonna, you know, whatever it is, they will have more respect for these establishments.
And employ the people in the community.
In the community.
You know?
Exactly. Exactly. And like, you know, after we take care of the kids, we are going to have it where, you know, the residents, you know, the adults, we're going to make it where, you know, you can buy in, you know, buy shares, you know, of businesses we're going to open. So everybody will be, you know, connected. Everybody, you know, have something, you know, some skin in the game, I guess you could say, you know. And that way people, like I said, we will take more pride in, you know, our community.
Right.
Once we feel like, we are getting something out of it.
Right.
You know, so.
And I think the Detroit Co-op, I don't know if you guys have ever shopped.
I was just thinking about them.
So I appreciate the concept. However, it's not Black owned.
So it's not Black owned. It's got Black investors.
It's not Black owned, but like you said,
their prices are ridiculous.
They are. I was just thinking about them because I bought steak into the Detroit People's Food Co-op. I have a family member who's like on a board or something as well, but. And I will try to shop in there. Like, I know they have the aisle with like the Black businesses and stuff like that. So for me, it's one of those things that I talked about a few weeks ago, that knowing that these people, I'm going to have to spend a little more with our people because of our lack of vendors and connections and things that these other groups have. So it's one of those things. It is a sacrifice, but it does make it hard for people, because a lot of Black people are going to walk in there like, oh, hell no. Like,
exactly. I can go down the street, and it's like, if this is for the community, then you have to take into consideration the community that you are placed in. You know, a lot of these people cannot afford
this stuff.
You know, so they will turn and go down the street to Save On, or, you know, whatever the other, you know, and no, it's not the best quality, but, you know, psychologically, it's like, okay, well, this is what I can afford, you know, so I'm willing to take that, although we should be supporting, you know, our own.
It's hard, and it's one of those things, because even that's not even in my community. So if I do go there, it is me already going on my way. Yeah. But again, like you said, I appreciate, because even with it not being Black owned, instead of them just opening up a market, they decided to allow people in the community to buy in. So like you said, I do appreciate that aspect. But a lot of people are under the misconception that it's Black owned. It's not. But if these business owners, I feel like they should be required to do something like that. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, we need to pass sign a bill, make a new bill, that all of y'all need to allow the stake people in the community to have a stake in this business. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
In that community.
Either that or y'all, well, we don't worry about that. It's too late now.
It is, but seriously, having things like that, and even going forward, for you to come and open up a new business, even you know, these people buying up all type of stuff. And again, we're gonna take we want our stake, and we just got to step up. Like, even just people, there's so many people complaining about Even and me being one of them, just how many people buying, all of these people buying up the city of Detroit, but this city sat around, while we was flooded with drug money, while this city, was at its worst, at its lowest, but the community, pockets is flooded with drug money, and it's getting blown, it's getting thrown away, and now it's gone, now it's really confiscated and frozen. Right. But just how much opportunity we have had to put into our communities and so even as much as I know the history and as much as I can sit there and say they what was done to us, we did not do enough for ourselves either. Because again, while we had all of these drug dealers and kingpins and people, BMF around here, we should have a lot of black-owned businesses, owned properties, and things in the city of Detroit. Yeah. And so now here it is. People have taken that opportunity. These property taxes, when they shot down, they took that opportunity to buy and invest in it because it's a smart move. It's very smart, and I'm like, we need to get in now. Before the property value just continues to go, and they get it all. And we have to take something back now while we have the chance. And again, we cannot complain. We just have to get up. We got to get moving. That should put some fire under our ass because we got to take back the state.
Because we see it all the time. People, the incidents that happened at these gas stations and stuff, and people always complaining, we don't own nothing in it. So we putting this together. So we want to see if y'all really just talking, y'all just complainers, or are y'all ready to take some action?
Y'all about it, right?
And it's,
show and prove.
When we start raising money, we're not asking the people. I don't even expect them. I don't even want money from the city. I mean,
the citizens.
Yeah, from the citizens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know we're gonna get our money from. We know we're gonna get our money from. Yeah. Where the money's gonna come from. And we just want y'all to participate. We want y'all to, show some enthusiasm. When we have something, going on, participate. Come find out what it's about. Come ask what it's about. We'll have a website up in a couple of weeks and everything, and y'all will be able to go. Because this is gonna be. It's gonna take a family effort. That's why this is Detroit Equals Family. Because in order for the city to make a real comeback, it has to happen in our communities. And it's going to take a family size.
For us, by us.
Most definitely. So that's what this is all about. What's the number? Hey, what's up, GB?
What's the number again?
There it is, 810-560-0658. You can call in and holler at us. Yeah, GB said she was down with this right here when we first started talking about it. So, yeah, we most definitely going, this is going to go everywhere down there in Atlanta where you at, everywhere. This is going everywhere, so.
Let us know, GB. How do you feel about the gentrification that a lot of Detroiters are upset about? How do you feel about who owns what in the city? What do you think we should be doing? This is a call to action right now. What is it that we need to do as a people to take a step to take back what is ours, to take back control of our communities?
First thing is going to be mindset. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a mindset recondition.
Yes.
And, whew,
absolutely.
That's going to be the first thing.
In the mind.
Good afternoon, caller.
Hello, world.
Hello, world.
Hello.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay, so I feel as though gentrification, it has its way of being a benefit and not a benefit. And why I say it's a benefit is because getting the city, into a newer royal, way, cleaner, new buildings, new restaurants, new pop and dad shops is good. It's the pricing, because if the mom and pop didn't open it, if their rent or their lease is high, then they're going to tax us. So it's like a win-win, and then us as people, we tear it up. You know what I'm saying? And then it has to be the workers as well. So it's like we want more of us, but we don't appreciate
value it enough.
Yeah, like we don't appreciate it. Like, say for instance, mom and pop open a shop. We want to keep it black, or we want to, you know what I'm saying? But when we work, We half work. We come in dirty. Our attitude is bad. So that runs the business away. So now we got to get Mexican cooks. We got to get white cooks, Italian cooks. We got to go outside of us to bring our business up. Also, I believe that we need more YMCAs and boy and girl clubs more so now, because the kids don't have nothing to do. And the kids is us, because we already done it. The kids now, we need that more so for the kids. So, I mean, if we're going to have a family value, I believe that's that. We don't value, my thing is, we don't value enough of the things that we do have. So that's why I say gentrification could be bad and could be good at the same time.
Yep, I understand that. Yeah, because it does clean up the community, but it pushes the community out of the community. So the people the real community.
Especially when it's things like, okay, if y'all gonna upgrade these apartment buildings, or it's new management, and these people who've been staying here for 10 years at this rate. It's things like that when now y'all are displacing people, or just like they did with the urban renewal back in the 60s and 70s. Y'all displaced all these people, forced them in situations where now they have to rent instead of owning their homes, or keeping them in, again, we know redlining, keeping them in certain spaces. So it just becomes a problem when you displace people and don't say, okay, hey, I want to, move you out of here, but I'm going to give you $20,000 to go somewhere else, or whatever it is. It should be something, instead of saying, well, we upping the rent from $1,000 to $1,500, so you got to get with it or you got to go. Like, it's things like that that makes it unfair, that makes it, a problem. But it's like we have to. It should be something in line, like, you can. Keep this rate, or if you grandfathered in, whatever. I think some places may do that. They
do that, and most of the new places they build in, they keep a percentage of them, a small percentage for basically fix the income, or
but see, Canton, I was actually they did that in Canton. Like they gave time, they let you know it was like a year or so, but we're going up because we about to remodel all of these, so you gotta go. And that's what they did. Like those in particular, because Black people have started to move over in these one particular apartment in Canton, and I swear they started to slowly but surely weed people out.
Some of these apartments or townhouse communities, they only allow the low income or the Black community because they get tax breaks.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't really care about the community. They don't really care about your situation. They get tax breaks for that.
Yeah.
And it's like they act like they're doing the community.
Exactly.
That's the pattern. It's always been. It's always been interest convergence. Like we think that we're gonna allow them to do this, but it's really for this benefit. We're gonna allow them to come and integrate. We're gonna let them think that's because we think they're equal, but no, we just want their money. Exactly. So, and we want them to shut down theirs, and that's, again, it's the same thing today. If they have a theater, but they have more funding to be able to make this theater, it's shiny and sparkly, but you just built this theater, and this is maybe made out of wood, and this is maybe a little run down, but in time, if we continue to put into this one, it can get there. But we're so stuck on that instant gratification that we'd rather flock over there instead of building ours up. But the thing is, the whole time, they want to be over here where we at, regardless of what it looked like. So, that goes back to just taking pride in what's ours.
Exactly, and that's what GB is saying right there. As far as the low income, people tear it up because they don't take pride in it because it's not theirs, and it just, it really messes it up for everybody.
It does.
So it's all, that's that mindset. It's like I said, we got to have a whole new reconditioning, man.
And having my father, who's a landlord, and having these properties where he was renting out, he completely, he's ready to sell. He's even sold some of the houses. I'm done. He was doing Section 8 every time, and he's like, the math not math. And if I'm making this much a year from these people on Section 8, but I got to turn around and put this much back into the house every time somebody leave out. it don't make sense no more. It's not even worth the headache. So he's just like, I'm straight on the Section 8 on the low end, and it's bold because there's a Section 8 family that would love one of his properties, that would take good care of it, whose kids deserve it, but.
Everybody's
You make it, you know, people make it hard, and it is bold because I can't say all of the Section 8 people have tore the house up.
Right.
They've left the house, and when you don't have a sense of ownership, you don't know how to treat other people's property.
Yeah, that's definitely, and that's something. Yeah, we got to change that, man. It's just the mindset.
It's the mentality,
yeah,
right?
It's the mentality, and so that's what we reconditioning when we holding our people accountable as well. Like you're not coming in here doing none of that. You're not coming in here messing up my stuff. You're not coming here, the kids, everything. We're holding everybody accountable. We going back to the village because again, I might not.
Village.
Yeah, we need it.
You have to put your foot down respectfully.
Yeah.
And let them know, like, listen, this is yours.
Yeah,
this was
yours.
created for you. You have to take care of it. And it's like people, they don't care because there is no pride and there is no sense of ownership. There's no sense of, and not even individual ownership, but community
ownership.
You know, like this is our people built this, created this for us. So let's take care of it. And we have to bring that back in.
Yeah, what Girl Boy said, because if we don't, you stealing out the grocery market, we might not call the police, but we gonna
get a public whooping.
We used to call it flogging.
Yeah, for real though. And that will be the great thing about this, man. People will just take pride in something in the community, and it will just bring so much change.
Yes, we have to give them a reason to.
Yeah, that's what this is. That's what we're gonna do. So
I agree.
this is the plan. So it's what time is this? 2:16. Yeah, I know y'all got to get out of here, and I guess I got to get out of here too. So we are going to get out of here, but before we do, man, we want y'all to say a prayer for us, for real. Because this is a mission right here. This is a mission. So y'all say a prayer for us, and we gonna say a prayer for y'all. Say a prayer for the city. Say a prayer for the babies.
Yes.
Because man, we need it. We need it.
And this is the perfect time because the governor act like not the governor, the mayor acting like she, is about the community and the youth. So definitely need to take advantage of that.
For sure. That's exactly what I said.
So we will be talking to her real soon. Yeah, we'll be talking to her within the next month or so. Yeah, because after we get our status and everything, then we got to really get out here and start campaigning and get
1 o'clock
together.
1 o'clock on Tuesday, Girl Boy.
1 o'clock Tuesday, be Jizzle. So we'll be back next week, and I think we're gonna have a couple other people. Yeah, we might do the 2. Yeah, because I think I'm gonna get. Damn, I got the name. I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll have a couple other people on the show, so we should be back next Tuesday, and then after that we'll just gotta get it together for Marshawn's schedule.
Yeah.
Everything, because her schedule is changing, and kids are going back to school. Rodney's schedule is changing, so we'll be here one way or another. But next week, we will be here next week, Tuesday, and then after that, we'll figure it out. God gonna figure it out. So until then, y'all have a great day, and be blessed, and get your credit right.
Yeah, exactly. Get your credit right.
Get your credit right. Get your mind right, and we gonna be all right.
Read a book, save some money, brush your teeth.
That's right. Until next week, y'all have a blessing. Love y'all.
God show me